So I can't even fathom losing. I can't even imagine it. He's not going to win. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be an easy night.
I don't think that. I think it's going to be a war of ages.
First of all, no one else can do this but me, I believe. And like you said, this is the greatest boxing match in the history of boxing, and it's because I'm a part of it.
On Friday night when I put this man to sleep, so that is pretty dope.
He dreams a lot.
A lot of dreams.
I knew it, they all come true.
This is not going to come true, young man.
Hey man, I respect your opinion, but it's just my time. The universe know it, the gods know it, I know it, and you're gonna know it. Plain and simple.
Okay, for next week, we'll see.
Picture the stage, November 15th, 2024, AT&T Stadium, where a 27-year-old YouTube star, Jake Paul, dares to face the baddest man on the planet, 58-year-old Mike Tyson. The boxing world's buzzing. Fans are hyped, and Tyson's chilling pre-fight message has Jake on edge. This ain't a game, Mike growls, promising to bring the ferocity of his prime. Is this the greatest boxing match ever?
This fight is not going to change my lifestyle financially. I'm a fighter. I feel good. I can do it. I feel I can beat this guy. Come on.
Or a dangerous mismatch. Let's dive into the buildup that's got everyone talking. Jake Paul, the self-proclaimed problem child, has turned his internet fame into an 11-1 boxing record, mostly knockouts. Now, he's stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson, the former undisputed heavyweight champ whose name still strikes fear. This isn't just a fight.
Don't look at my life as a legacy. Legacy to me means ego. Who the cares about my legacy? I'm going to be dead soon one day, but he's not going to win.
What do you say about your legacy if you end up beating Mike Tyson, and not just beating Mike Tyson, knocking Mike Tyson out?
Obviously, it would be the biggest moment in all of boxing history.
It's a clash of eras, a 31-year age gap sparking debates. Tyson's training clips show a beast, but health scares, including a pre-fight hospitalization, raise alarms. On X, fans are split. Some see a Tyson knockout. Others smell a scripted spectacle. Days before the fight, Tyson dropped a bombshell on social media. Jake's gonna feel what it's like to face someone who's lived this, he said, his voice.
I've always been in the gym training. I'm a boxing professional fighters. I'm just, activity is great. I had 15 fights in 1 year when I was younger, and I think activity is great, but I'm prepared. I'm just ready to.
Tyson's words, though simple,
Calm but menacing. Standing in his gym, looking ripped at 58. Mike's not here for money or fame, he's a glory junkie. Joe Rogan, on his podcast, called Tyson's mindset God of War mode, recounting how Mike's eating raw meat, treating Paul like prey. I'm gonna eat him, Tyson said, chilling fans with his intensity. This ain't the Tyson of 2005, this is Iron. Mike Reborn. Jake Paul, usually all bravado, went quiet.
My life has changed since then, and I decided to fight Roy Jones, and that was successful, and now we're fighting.
So people shouldn't even bring that shit up no more?
No, they should bring it up.
Okay.
They should see the difference from there to now.
Gotcha.
After Tyson's warning. It's my time, he insisted, claiming he hits harder than Mike expects. But sources say Jake's camp is rattled, doubling down on training after seeing Tyson's power. Rogan warned that Jake's no joke, he's knocked out UFC champs like Tyron Woodley, but facing Tyson's experience is another beast. Carl Frock, a former
It's a possibility, yeah. It's kind of fun. I guess only thing that's pretty tricky is getting in shape.
Yeah, you start getting older, that thing.
No, just like when I was 20, it's hard. Me training, I go all out. I train you train all day. It starts when? The boxing starts from what? 11, and then you might be done by 5. And then I'm gonna do strength and conditioning, guys. Then I'm gonna do the weights, and then I'm gonna do boxing and sparring.
champ isn't buying it, calling Paul fleshy and unprepared for a real boxer, especially one with Tyson's pedigree. This fight's more than a paycheck. For Tyson, it's about proving time hasn't dulled his edge. For Paul, it's a chance to cement his legitimacy. George Foreman, who made a comeback at 45, cautioned Mike, Jake's no pushover, but Tyson's unfazed, saying, he can't hurt me. Fans on X are hyped, dreaming of a Tyson KO. But health experts like Dave Hancock warn of risks: diminished reflexes, heart issues, and concussion dangers at 58. With 16-ounce gloves and 2-minute rounds. Will this protect Mike or just prolong the show? The boxing world's holding its breath.
You know, like Mike Tyson's mind has switched over into war. Like he was doing this interview and someone said to him, he goes, you look like you're in your 20s. Like, what are you doing? He goes, I just eat raw meat. He goes, I eat raw meat. He goes, "You're eating raw meat?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm eating raw meat." He goes, "Because that's what I'm gonna eat when I fight. I'm gonna eat him. It's raw meat."
Yeah,
I was like, Jesus Christ. He's in this mode. He's in that God of War mode, and that he's still got that in him. And I'm telling you, if you keep giving that guy hormones and you keep giving that guy supplements and he's constantly training, here it is. Look at this.
What are you eating? Raw meat. Like, seriously, Mike. You're eating raw meat? Are you swallowing it? Or remember you used to spit that stuff out?
I'm gonna have to eat it now because my opponent's gonna be raw meat.
That's right. Do you look like 20 years old?
Will Tyson channel his 80s ferocity, or will Paul's youth and power overwhelm him? Rogan thinks 70% of prime Tyson could still crush Jake, but Anthony Taylor, Paul's sparring partner, predicts a one-sided beatdown. Jake's cardio is next level, he said. As the fight nears, one thing's clear. This is no exhibition. It's a professional bout with real stakes. Drop your predictions below. Can Mike turn back time, or is Jake the future? It's Fight Week, November 2024. And the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson clash is a powder keg ready to explode. Mike Tyson, the 58-year-old legend, is in warrior mode, vowing to make Jake Paul feel decades of ring dominance. Jake, the 20...
I think this fight is going to be a real full-bore, 100% fight. It's not even an exhibition. It counts on their professional record, so it's a professional fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is it 8 rounds?
8 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
27-year-old YouTube star claims he'll knock out Iron Mike, but whispers of a scripted fight and Tyson's health. Scares are shaking the boxing world. X is on fire with predictions. Will this be a historic upset or a staged letdown? Let's dive into the storm. Jake Paul, with an 11-1 record packed with knockouts, faces Mike Tyson, the former undisputed heavyweight champ whose 80s reign defined boxing, set for November 15, 2024, at AT&T Stadium. This Netflix-streamed professional bout has a 31-year age gap and rules 16-ounce gloves. 2-minute rounds that spark debate. A leaked script on X predicts Tyson's early fire fading fast, fueling fix rumors. Tyson's recent hospitalization for an ulcer flare-up has experts like Dave Hancock warning of serious health risks. While Paul's camp pushes his youth and power, Tyson's not playing around. In a chilling social media video, he growled, "Jake's gonna feel what it's like to face a real fighter." At 58, Mike's training clips show him shredding the heavy bag, looking like the beast who crushed Marvis Frazier in 1986. Joe Rogan, on his podcast, called Tyson's mindset God of War mode, noting his raw meat diet and glory junkie mentality. "I'd rather live short and glorious than long and obscure," Mike said, his eyes burning with intent. Carl Froch warned that even 70% of prime Tyson could be too much for Paul. Jake Paul's usually all trash talk, but Tyson's warning hit different. "I'm a natural-born heavyweight," he insisted, claiming he'll outpower Mike. Yet, his camp's quieter now, with sources saying Jake's ramping up training after seeing Tyson's clips. Anthony Taylor, Paul's sparring partner, told Instant Casino that Jake's cardio will overwhelm a tiring Tyson. "Mike's a lamb to slaughter," Taylor said, pointing to Paul's knockout of Mike Perry. But George Foreman, a comeback legend, cautioned, "Jake's no pushover, but time's on his side." X-fans are torn some back Jake's youth, others pray for a Tyson miracle. The boxing community's split. Evander Holyfield, Tyson's old rival, said Mike's intensity feels real but questioned his stamina at 58. Fitness expert Dave Hancock called the fight money-driven, warning of concussion risks due to Mike's age and diminished reflexes. Texas slacks medical checks, basic EKGs and EEGs for fighters over 36 raise red flags. Nate Diaz, backing Tyson, told Inside Fighting, "Mike's the soldier, he's got this." Meanwhile, Carl Froch slammed Paul as fleshy and not a real boxer, arguing the weight difference, Paul at 200 pounds. Tyson at 220 gives Jake an unfair edge. This fight's a cultural clash. Tyson's fighting for legacy, Paul for legitimacy. The $18.1 million gate in Netflix's global reach showed Jake's marketing genius. But whispers of a no-knockout clause and Tyson's health scare loom. Large Rogan warned that Jake's knockouts, like against Tyron Woodley, prove he's dangerous. But facing Tyson's experience is a whole new game. Will Mike defy time, or will Paul's youth dominate? Drop your predictions below. Is this a real war or a scripted show? November 15, 2024, AT&T Stadium, the bell rings, and 70,000 fans erupt as Mike Tyson, 58, storms toward Jake Paul, 27, with that iconic bob and weave. For a fleeting moment, Iron Mike's back, rockin' Paul with a jab that screams 1980s glory. But as the rounds unfold, the dream crumbles, and X ignites with cries of scripted. Was this the war of ages we hoped for, or a staged letdown that broke our hearts? Let's break down the fight that shook boxing. Jake Paul, the YouTube star with an 11-1 record, faced Mike Tyson, the former undisputed heavyweight champ, in a Netflix-streamed professional bout. Tyson's pre-fight vow to make Paul feel his life's work had fans dreaming of a knockout. But a leaked script on X predicted Mike's early fire would fade. Health concerns, including Tyson's hospitalization days before, and rules like 16-ounce gloves and 2-minute rounds fueled fix rumors. With $18, $1 million at the gate, was this a real fight or a cash grab? Round 1, Tyson charges out, his jab landing clean, forcing Paul to backpedal. The crowd loses it, chanting Mike, Mike, as his weave dodges Paul's counters. For 30 seconds, it's 1986 again, and we're believing in miracles. But by round 3, Tyson's legs wobble. His punches drop to a mere 18 across 8 rounds, and Paul lands 78 with ease. Jake cruises to a unanimous decision, barely breaking a sweat. Ex-users scream foul, pointing to the script that eerily matched Mike's fade. Did Tyson gas out, or was he held back? Carl Frock, speaking to Metro, claimed Tyson was contractually muzzled, unable to unleash his devastating hooks. Evander Holyfield, Mike's old rival, said something felt off. Hinting at external factors, Dr. Brian Sutterer blasted Texas lax medical checks, arguing a 58-year-old shouldn't face a pro boxer. Fans on X, like Russell Morg, called it a sad spectacle, watching Tyson bite his glove, barely throwing after round 2. Joe Rogan admitted Mike's training clips hyped us for a comeback that science couldn't deliver. Was this age, or a setup? For those of us raised on Tyson's knockouts, this hurt. My dad, a lifelong Mike fan, texted, "This is depressing." The nostalgia Paul defended his performance, saying he tried to make it exciting, but Mike was just surviving. Critics like Eddie Hearn couldn't watch past round 1, calling it painful to see a legend struggle. Nate Diaz, backing Tyson, insisted Mike was robbed. The fight's massive viewership crashed Netflix's servers, proving Jake's draw, but at what cost to boxing's soul? Jake's already teasing his next fight, Canelo KSI, or Nate Diaz, while Tyson's future's unclear. Did this tarnish Mike's legacy, or show his heart? X is buzzing with theories. Was it a no-knockout clause, or just time catching up? The boxing world split, and the fallout's just beginning. Drop your take below. Real fight, or staged stunt? The smoke has cleared from November 15, 2024, when Jake Paul dominated Mike Tyson in a Netflix-streamed spectacle that left 70,000 fans stunned and millions online raging. X is ablaze with scripted accusations. Boxing purists mourn Iron Mike's legacy, and Jake's already plotting his next move. Was this the greatest boxing match ever, or a cash-fueled farce that exposed the sports cracks? Let's deliver the final verdict on a fight that changed boxing forever. Jake Paul, 27, cruised to a unanimous decision over 58-year-old Mike Tyson, landing 78 punches to Mike's 18 in a professional bout at a TNT stadium. Tyson's early jab and bob and weave sparked 80s nostalgia, but his fade by round 3, coupled with a leaked script on X predicting it, ignited fix rumors. Carl Frock and Evander Holyfield hinted at contract limits, while Tyson's pre-fight hospitalization raised ethical red flags. With the $18, $1 million gate and crashed Netflix servers, was this a fight or a business deal? For Tyson fans, this was heartbreak. We wanted Iron Mike to defy time, but watching him struggle, biting his glove after landing just 18 punches, hurt. My dad, a lifelong fan, called it depressing, echoing ex-users like Russell Morg, who labeled it a tragic spectacle. Dr. Brian Sutterer slammed Texas lax medical checks, arguing number 58-year-old should face a pro boxer. Joe Rogan admitted Mike's training clips tricked us into expecting a miracle. Eddie Hearn, unable to watch past round 1, called it a painful stain on boxing. Yet the numbers don't lie. Jake's hype machine drew millions, proving his star power. Jake Paul's unfazed, leaning into his villain role. I tried to make it exciting, but Mike was surviving, he said, shrugging off haters. His 11-1 record, with knockouts like Tyron Woodley, shows skill. But critics like Colby Covington call him soft against prime fighters. Names like Canelo Alvarez, KSI, or Nate Diaz are swirling for his next bout. But X-fans demand a real test to prove he's no gimmick. Tom Aspinall, UFC's interim champ, respects Paul's hustle but doubts he'd beat a true boxing champ. Jake's challenge, move beyond spectacles to earn respect. This fight exposed boxing's soul. Dana White's UFC thrives on elite matchups, while Paul's stunts rake in cash. Promoter Bob Arum called it a circus that cheapens the sport, yet the viewership crashed Netflix's servers. Dave Hancock warned of health risks, concussions, heart issues at Tyson's age, slamming the fight as boxing must choose, chase paydays or protect its legends. Tyson showed heart, stepping in despite health scares, but his struggle left fans empty. Paul's rewriting the rules, but at what cost to the sport's legacy? Was it scripted? No, hard proof, but the script, Tyson's hospitalization, and his limited punches scream setup. Jake Paul's a marketing genius, turning a lopsided bout into a global event. But beating a faded legend doesn't make you Ollie. Tyson's legacy took a hit, but his courage shone through. Boxing needs to banish these stunts and focus on real fights. Jake's the future's wild card. Will he face a prime contender or keep cashing nostalgia checks? Tell us below, is this boxing's end or a new era? Subscribe, because Jake's next fight is coming.